So I had a viewer that saw the past few videos that I've done on this 1/64 scale fire station that I'm currently working on for my 4' by 6' display table, and they asked if I could show the rest of this table as well. So I decided to go ahead and put together a short video here. Unfortunately, this table is not set up entirely. There's some things that I'm working on and I've been changing over the last year, but I will show you all the locations I have on this table, talk a little bit about them, and maybe even go over some future plans that I have in store as well. Behind the fire station, I've got my salvage yard, which usually looks a lot more dirty than what it is now. It's actually kind of clean. Usually I have little bits and pieces of car parts scattered all through this, but because I had to do a lot of work here for the fire station and moving this fence back and such, those little details and such, just never put them back in place. But the cars are laid out like they usually are. You know, I got them in rows all around here and what have you. Back here I've got a small shed that I scratch built. Like a lot of my buildings, I scratch build them. This one was made out of balsa wood and also I think basswood or basswood, whatever you want to call it, for the roof. And then I used cardstock for the ridge details and such. I think it turned out pretty good. Weathered it. I don't think it looks too bad. I also got this crane here. Now this was from a cheap Tonka set. It's all plastic, but I built a custom magnet for it, which I think that turned out really nice as well. And then I got this garage right here, just like the shed at the back. This was scratch built. Like a lot of my buildings, I use, I want to say they call it hardboard, but I don't think that's what it is. Basically make my own patterns on paper, cut them out in wood, put the building together, and then paint them. Little doors and such, those are just stickers I make. But I got to get a roof made for this at some point, and usually I've got parts and workbenches, toolboxes and such in this as well, but unfortunately that's not the case here. Go over this way, just more cars there and what have you. Something I should say, this fence here, I actually made this out of galvanized fence wire and mosquito netting. I cut it to a 45-degree angle, and I think this looks pretty convincing, but I got that all around. And then I got these gates here, they do open and close. Another thing is I got this lot over here across the road from the salvage yard. Originally I had no idea what I was going to do with this when I built the table, but I thought it'd be a good place for storage for trucks. This RV here is actually supposed to be the office area. And then over this way just got some other junk vehicles and such, salvage vehicles and what have you. Over in this corner is my custom car shop, and I'll start with the building here, but you can see that this has all the benches and such in it, which I think that just completely lifts the look of this building. And really all my buildings have these little accessory pieces in them. Another thing with this building is I've got signs and banners up in it, which those are also something that I custom make myself, and again I just think they lift the look of it. But going out into the parking area here, this area is just cars that are for sale, you know, basically like a sale lot. But over here on this side is where you have customer parking, and probably back this way would be employee parking. There's my custom car hauler that I built. Quite like the look of that. And another thing is up the back of the table here, I've got this rail line, which I really wanted this. This was one of the big things when I built this table, but unfortunately I'm not 100% satisfied with it at this time. So I'm thinking I'll probably redo it. This bridge here was all custom built as well. Quite like the look of that. So yeah, I'm probably going to pull up the track, put down new grass, also some new ballast and such, because you can see right there the table does have a little bit of damage, and there's even some of it right there as well. But moving across the road from the car shop, another thing I have here is this bus garage, and this was all, well, can't really say the building was scratch built. This was actually an HO scale locomotive shop kit that I did assemble, but I cut a new door, made a frame out of styrene because I needed a taller door to get the buses in and out. And then I've got all these buses here. Some of these are just your cheap pullbacks that you'd pick up at the dollar store, but some of them are modified here. You can see they've got nicer wheels on them. But yeah, you've got the buses parked here, and then basically like your driver parking there. Next to the bus garage, I've got this field here, and it's just a hay field at this time. You can see I've got things set up loading round bales. But next to that, I've also got my tractor repair shop, and this is another building that I quite like. You can see it's got all these various toolboxes, benches. There's also the banners and signs that I talk about, and you know, I just really like them. There's that custom generator that I scratch built as well. Really pleased with that. But going out here, there's a small sand pile here. Usually I have some small little tractors that I carved out of balsa wood there, but I just didn't put those back in place at this time. Fuel truck here with the tank, and not really much else I can say about this shop. But across the road from that, I've also got the storage sheds here, which this shed is custom built, but this one here is just an Erdl shed that I had. There's one of my custom drilling rigs made out of a school bus. And then I've also got, this is the Peterbilt 379 custom that I did from Black Dog. Unfortunately, never got around to making the trailer for that. But yeah, so basically got storage sheds here, and you can see the road pattern. I did design this road to join up with other tables I had at the time when I was doing all this. But you can see you've pretty much got the main road that runs the length of the table, and then you've also got the gravel road that runs back under the rail line. So I think that's it. I believe I showed pretty much everything. Everything other than the fire station, but I mean, you've seen that how many times in the project videos that I've done. Like I said, there are some updates that I want to do. For example, the rail line at the back and the embankment. I want to redo all that, make it look a little nicer. Plus, you know, get the fire station finished. And then I also need to do some work with the bus garage here, mainly the parking area. You can see that it's got a few issues that need taken care of. And also, for years now, I'm yet to finish everything with the showroom for the custom car shop. But, you know, this table, I believe I built it back in 2016, and of course it's gone through many changes over time. But definitely like to keep tinkering around with this and working on stuff. It's sort of like the model railroading hobby and these people that build train layouts and what have you. But anyways, I think that's going to be it for this video. You guys want to leave questions or comments down below, feel free to do so. And I'll see you guys in another video.